Well, you beautiful legends, welcome to the following day. Essentially, it was awful, absolutely awful yesterday, and I went out again in the evening as well. We had gale force winds, or nearly hurricane force. Some of the wind speeds were recorded up to nearly 60 miles an hour. It was wet, it was windy, it was cold. I pretty much found nothing. So yeah, on conclusion, what did I find during rough conditions? Pretty much zero. I did come across, and I'll roll a couple clips from the night before, or sorry, last night should I say. Did find a small lobster and a half-size, decent-sized brown edible crab, but not big enough to keep. I did, however, come across yesterday a rather large bit of a ghost fishing net. So yeah, I rolled that clip as well for you. Well there folks, that's not something I was hoping to come across, but unfortunately it is part of what's in the ocean. This is what is known as a ghost fishing net. So yeah, I apologise for the wind noise and stuff like that. But yeah, this stuff here is basically a fishing net. It would have broken off out there from a trawler or something like that. And it causes absolute chaos with wildlife, it really does. So I'm going to take this in, I'm going to get it properly disposed of, because we do not want this in our oceans. It is absolutely awful stuff. Yeah, absolutely awful. Wasn't what I was expecting to come across today, but hopefully we've done our nature some proud and get this removed before it causes any damage or any further damage to the wildlife in the oceans. Let's get this out of here. Well, folks, I haven't come across a huge amount so far, and sorry for the wind noise, but yeah, we've got a nice sized brown edible crab down the back there. Might be a little bit under. Might have to put the old gauge in before I try and dig it out. I think it's probably going to be about 130 from the looks of it. We've also got another one. I take this torch away and we turn my headlamp off a minute. Also got another one just down there. Right away, you might be able to see a couple of little claws. That one's definitely way too small. But yeah, put my gauge in a minute and see if that one's within size. Well, I couldn't quite get my into my foraging hook in or the other end to give this guy a measure. But yeah, he's definitely under. I won't let it go now. But yeah, male brown edible crab. So he's about in the region of the 140 mark actually. So he's just a little bit under, but you can see got a nice thorough grip there on my foraging hook. I actually had to remove a couple of the rocks down there, but oh, sorry for the weird angles. It's an upside down crab. Spin you guys around, and then we can flip Mr. Crab over. Hopefully, you will let go for us. You gonna let go, Mr. Crab? No. Well, we're going to put back in his home. We'll get him away for the night. There he is, tucked away back in his hole. A little bit annoyed, but none the worse for the worse, so to speak. Aha! Perfection in miniature. Ah. It's only a tiddler, little tiddler lobster, nowhere near big enough to keep. But we found one! Hooray! Literally just going through this little crack and crevice here. Got to here, felt something strike my hook. And he popped out. Let's see if we can give you guys a little bit of a closer show. Again, I do apologise for the wind noise. Oh, look how far back these little tiddlers can reach. Come off you. Nice and solid, which is good. There we go. So this one here is a little male. You can tell that there's little white dots. And these hard swimmerets here by my finger that's wiggling. Yeah. Nice cutter. Nice crusher. Yeah, you get you put back in, far too small, you grow nice and big for the future, yeah? Plonk. You go back in down there. Well, we're back out today, the sun is shining, it's a bit breezy, but we should be able to get to some of the holes today. I wasn't able to get to anything last night or the day before. So yeah, we're going to head straight on into it. We're going to go find some stuff, hopefully. Fingers crossed, touch wood. Luck's on our side. Let's get cracking. Check that little beaut out for a Snakelocks Anemone. It's not one of the more vivid and prettier ones. But yeah, this little beaut down here. Got an absolute little treasure. I love finding these guys and watching them. Especially when I'm out diving underwater. I can just literally watch them for days. Well there folks, persistence is definitely key. First lobster down. Unfortunately, I think this one's a bit too small. I think he's going to be, we'll see what he is in a sec. Oh, can you say that? Yeah, definitely a bit too small. I can get him just, or her, we'll spin him over. Let's give you a look at the underside first. See if it's a male or a female. So, this one is another male. You can tell by these little white dots and these hard white swimmerettes. This is a male. If you'll stay there a sec, buddy, we'll get you measured. Hopefully. If you don't try to escape. So, back of the eye socket to the back of the, try to get him to stay still. Otherwise you're going to be very difficult to measure. This one might be coming up, and again I apologise for the wind noise. This guy might come up at about 85, 86 mil, somewhere around there. Stay. Stay. Oh, you do not want to play ball, do you? I need you to stay still for literally a couple seconds. Alright, back of the eye socket to the back of, so we're in, back of the eye socket, down there, back of the carapace. No, we're not quite in the back of the eye socket properly. There we go. So yeah, this one here is about 87 mil. One more peel. I'm losing my foraging hook now. And this would have been a keepable sized lobster. Bit of a shame. Might get a couple pictures just in case we don't come across any more. But yeah, lovely, lovely lobster. Lovely lobster. Solid as well, no keel worms, so probably peeled a couple months back, somewhere around there. But yeah, I'll get a couple pecks and we'll get this lobster put back. Well, there, folks, got a few pictures. One absolute little stunner. Absolute stunning little Larry. And we'll get him put back down in his little home. And off he goes. Down to the back of his cave. What a lovely little find. Cracking little find. Happy with that. Shame it wasn't the keeper though. Let's see if we can get some more. I managed to find a small little clam. I think this one's a Manila clam. I will annotate it. But yeah, far too small to keep. So yeah, not doing too great on the foraging front, and it's starting to rain as well. Just have to be careful because we are due some thunderstorms. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll put this little beaut back into the sand. Just back down there how he was. We'll let him get on with his day. So I'm just being careful. There's another little one there. But yeah, don't always come across these down here. But nice to see nonetheless. I literally just stopped filming. I almost stood on this little guy. Little hermit crab. I want to give you guys a show anyway. You go down there, mister. See if he'll come out. See if he'll play ball for us. Oh, there he is. Hello, Mr. Hermit Crab. Off he goes. Right then, folks, I'll make this quick. I'll make my way in because it's pretty windy where I am, and I can give you a better show in a minute. But yeah, as you can see, that's what I was battling with. That's the sort of viz I've got. It's a nice big hole in there, and that's where Mr. Larry was. Luckily, as soon as I stuck my foraging hook in, I was greeted by a nice big whack on the end of the hook. Saw where he was, put my hook behind him, and he span around and I scooped him up in the net. So that was a pretty quick and easy extraction. But yeah, I've just measured him. He's about 91 mil, but we're going to go in, get out of the wind a little bit, and give you a better show. All right, then, guys, let me get the old gauge. So yeah, as ever, back of the eye socket down there. Give you guys a bit of a better shot. Hopefully you can see in there to the back of the carapace there. So yeah, it's about 91, 92 mil. Do it from the other eye socket as well. We can get it over this side for you all. Something I've recently learned is just to double check your measurements from both eye sockets, just to make sure. So yeah, back of the eye socket there, back of the carapace, and as you can see, yeah, about 92 mil, somewhere around there. Yeah, keepable lobster. I'll give him I'll bring him out, put that over there, give you guys a closer look. Come on, Mr. Larry. No. You need to let go of my net, please. Pretty please. Please let go. You do not want to let go. Right, there we go, finally. Yeah. So you can tell this one's male by these little white dots and these white hard swimmerettes. Also, if I can, I'll put it down there a second. Give you a shot of the tail fan there so you can see. No V notches or anything like that on the tail. Get this net out the way. Yeah. There we go, that's a better view for you. No V notches, no tail mutilation or anything like that. What an absolute stunner of a creature. Absolutely lovely colorations on them. Where are you going to, mister? Well, you can't go anywhere because up there is dry land. Yeah. What a stunner. It's like, run away! No, not the cook pot. Yeah, unfortunately, you're coming back with me, Mr. Lobster. Yeah, absolutely beautiful creatures, they really are. Beautiful and delicious. Right, you're coming back with me. Let's get you in the foraging bag. Alright, let the water settle a sec there, folks, and I'll see if you guys can see it. Exactly the sort of thing to look out for. I wonder if you can see it down there. I put my foraging hook over here, it might come towards it. Just at the end of my foraging hook, there's an antenna and a nice set of claws. See if we can encourage it out. I don't think it's particularly big. Oh, it's not happy. There it is. Well, oh, that was a bigger. Ah, is there two in there or is it just the one? Might just be the one. Might just be one Larry with one claw. See if we can't get it scooped up. Encourage it this way a little bit. Yoink. Encourage you into the shallows so I can grab you. No, it's only a small one. That won't be in size. Not at all. Come out of there so I can get a bit of a better visual on you. Right, we'll get the net. Let's get you out. Right, get the net out. 2 secs there. I just didn't have the ability to roll my sleeve up. I didn't want to get it soaking wet. Cool. Slippery, slippery, slippery. Right, net you go there for a sec. Send you a lobster. Where have you gone? Hidden away down there now. Where have you gone to, Mr. Lobster? It's hidden somewhere else. I literally was there a second ago. Right, turn the camera off a minute. I'll find this Larry, see if we can catch it. There we go. So to shoot back into that hole. Sorry, I had to use 2 hands, grab them out, scoop them up. But yeah, nice little male. Little one-armed bandit, this one. Far too small to keep. It's probably about 70 mil, somewhere around there, this guy. Maybe just about over, maybe about 75. But yeah, lovely. Lovely little Larry. Again, you can tell it's male just from these hard swimmerettes and these little white dots next to my finger there. Yeah. Beautiful little specimen. Let me get you put back down there, buddy. All right there, you beautiful legends. Well, we are back in the kitchen. Not my kitchen today, though. Yeah, I'm cooking our lovely lobster that we managed to get for my dad. A little bit of a surprise lunch for him. I promised him one for ages, and yeah, it's finally time that I actually delivered on that promise and got cooking. So we're going to do a nice oven-baked lobster. We've got some cauliflower, I'll show you all the ingredients, give you a pan around. Some nice fresh ingredients here. We're going to do some asparagus wrapped in the serrano ham. We're going to do a nice little bit of a salad in a balsamic reduction. I've also managed to get my hands on some samphire as well. So it should be a nice, tasty, delicious lunch. But yeah, little quick recap. Wanted to go out in some rough conditions to sort of see what I could find during those conditions. Was it worth bothering with? And I can safely say, no, it wasn't. The day and the night that I went out, we had nearly hurricane force winds. It was wet, it was miserable, and it was horrible. Found a small lobster and a small brown edible crab, and I managed to remove the ghost fishing net, which was, I suppose, an added bonus, so that was always a good thing. But yeah, going out in those sorts of conditions probably isn't really worth it. Although I did have a nice day where we did manage to have 3 lobsters, one small one, one slightly undersized, and this beaut. So yeah, gonna get cooking, crack on, and I'll get back to you guys in a sec. Right there, folks, while we're waiting for our water to boil, all I'm gonna do with the lobster is part boil him for about 3 minutes. And then we're going to finish it off in the oven. So all I've done is some salted water, heavily salted, getting that up to the boil. I've got some curly parsley, which I've roughly chopped up, nice big chunk of butter, a little bit of olive oil, and also a freshly squeezed lemon as well, the whole juice of one whole lemon, so that should be quite nice as well. I'm going to chop up some of our smoked garlic that we've got, add that to it. Just waiting for our water to boil now, and then Mr. Lobster will go in. Water's up to a fierce rolling boil now. That's exactly what we want. So 1 lobster, in he goes. Now normally if you want to fully boil the lobster, what you would do is wait for the water to come back up to a fierce rolling boil, and then give it about 5 minutes. But all I want to do now is give it about 3 minutes in there just to part cook it, and then we're going to take them out, split them down. We're going to get this on as well. We want you onto number 5. That will be our sort of our garlic butter, which we're going to cover the meat on the inside in, and then we're going to put, we've got some Grana Padano cheese or Parmesan cheese. We're going to put that on top of it as well. Just make it nice cheesy, nice crispy on top. It should be absolutely fantastic. Right, that's our lobster been in there for 3 minutes. What I'm going to do now is take him out, pop him into a nice bath. I've just put the water on for our asparagus. I'm going to do the same with that. Give it about 3 minutes, pop that into a nice bath as well, because we don't want it to overcook when it goes in the oven. In the meantime, we've got our lovely garlicky butter sauce there, just on to cook, and we've also put our balsamic reduction on. That is simply balsamic vinegar, about 150 ml, big squirt of honey and some pepper. Simple as that. We're just going to reduce that down, make it nice and yummy. Alright, just one thing I wanted to show you there, guys. So what I'm going to do is split the lobster down the middle and open it up. Get rid of the hook track that's in here as well. But what you can do, if you have the freezer method, and one thing I would do if I was cooking out on the shore, basically there's a little cross here. So get your knife in there. If you wanted to dispatch the lobster out, and you would go straight down this bit here and basically wipe out the lobster that way. That's another way to do it, but otherwise it makes for an ideal line to go down and follow through to cut your lobster pretty much straight in half. So we can get that done now and then get him buttered up. Our lobster is now done, cut in half. Just rinsed it out a little bit. What I'm going to do now, smother it in our lovely herby garlic butter. Literally just get that in there. Smother it all over. Probably should have got a spoon for this. And then what I'm going to do in a second, get some cheese, some of our Grana Padano. Get that on it as well. Definitely don't want to be shy with the butter and stuff like that. Get that all over it. This is what's going to keep our lobster lovely and juicy while it is in the oven. We want all that buttery goodness to absorb right the way through the lobster. Get our block of cheese and just essentially grate a load of it over the top and on this side as well. Nice big cheesy mess all over our lobster. Look at that. Yum, yum, yum. Delicious. Looking good, smelling amazing. So all we're going to do now, I've done it for the rest of the asparagus. I'm just literally going to wrap them up in the serrano ham. A little bit there, buddy. And that's it. Nicely wrapped up. And we'll crisp them up in the oven at the same time as we cook the lobster. Right, we've got 8 minutes on the clock, so let's get this done. What I've done is I've just stripped off some lengths of cucumber. All I'm going to do is roll them up, much like I've done with this one here. Roll it up. Make it into a nice circle. And then we're going to plop our tomato in the middle. And then the same again here. Ooh. It's a little bit fiddly and a little bit slippery. Come on, you. Just wanted to get these done and out the way, and then we can move on. There we go. What I've also done as well is I've cut a section of lemon off and just given it a quick fry. Right, so now onto this bad boy. What we're going to make is a cauliflower steak. So what we want to do is just use this middle section essentially, and you get about 2 decent steaks out of each cauliflower head. So we're going to cut down there. We're going to cut down there. This bit is still perfectly usable, but we'll put that to one side. And what we're going to do, get rid of these bits, is essentially cut it then straight down the middle. And that is a nice meaty bit that we want to use. So again, we're not going to cook with that half, we're just going to use this one. What I'm going to do, much like a steak, I'm going to season it on both sides with some pepper, some salt, and a little dash, the other side, little dash of chili flakes, and again, other side, salt, and pepper, and a tiny little dash of our chili flakes. Awesome stuff. What I'm going to use now is I'm going to use the rest of the garlic butter, pop it into the pan, and that's what we're going to use to cook our cauliflower steak with. So it all gets repurposed and doesn't get wasted. We've got some nice butter in there, garlic already done, and the herbs. In a couple of minutes time, what I'll do is I'll put the samphire in. That just needs to go in on bring the water up to the boil, put it down to a low heat. It needs about 3 minutes, and then that will be more than done. So yeah, as we're gonna get this up for the sizzle, make sure we've got the right tools in hand. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. And then in he goes. It will probably take 3 minutes on each side, somewhere around there. What I'm going to do in the meantime, so we haven't got it too high, pop it down to there. Let's get this wiped off. So while that's doing and cooking, what we're going to do is we're going to prep our... losing all my stuff. It's always handy to have a cloth with you. Get our avocado, cut it down the middle. Nice and easy. Take out and remove seed on one side. Might actually turn this down just a little bit more to make sure it's alright. Get ourselves a spoon. Right, sorry for that guys, it's pretty hot in here, and as it stands the camera's overheating again, unfortunately. What we're going to do, I'll try and be quick on this, I may have to cut away and then basically show you the finished product. What I'm going to do is take half of our avocado, and just cut it into some thin slices, just to make part of our salad. We'll get rid of the end pieces. Chef's prerogative on this one. Lovely. Alright. No, that's all good. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to get this cooked for another couple more minutes on the other side. Ooh. Sizzling away nicely. Happy days. Yeah, as I said, I'll get to the samphire, put it in, we'll get this done, and we'll cut back to you in a minute, hopefully with everything ready. Right, apologies there guys. Tried to film it again while I was doing the plate up again, it kept overheating. But yeah, we've got a lovely cauliflower steak, our asparagus wrapped in serrano ham. Excuse me. We've got our cucumber and San Marazzo tomatoes. This is just a little bit of a packet salad with some samphire, with our balsamic reduction, and our avocado, and we've got some lovely, lovely lobster tail and claw. Check that out. Let's get out of the light a little bit, give you guys another shot from the side. So yeah, pretty happy with how that turned out. Not particularly happy with the camera overheating, but it's got pretty hot in here from all the cooking, unfortunately. So yeah, gonna crack on and give this to my dad now so we can enjoy it. Been a little bit of a surprise cook-up, as I said, for him. I promised him a lobster, and now I've delivered, so hopefully you can sit down and enjoy. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. I hope you've thoroughly enjoyed this one. It's been a little bit of a mixed bag and a little bit bitty due to being out on the rough conditions, but yeah, hope you've enjoyed it nonetheless. Thank you for watching as ever, and from my adventure to yours, stay safe there guys. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.